Hello, hello, good afternoon. How you guys doing? Welcome to another podcast of raw, authentic, and uncut version of Open Minds to Open Hands with the one and only Laura Cross. How are you, Laura?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Eve.
I am so grateful and so honored for you to be on my show. I want to give a big shout out to Diamond Beauties and Sanat because the connection actually grow from her community. So check it out. Check her community out, Diamond Beauties and Sanat. She is amazing. But Laura, we have some great questions prepared for you. Are you ready for today's show?
You bet. You bet.
Well, let me introduce you formally, Rola, to our beautiful community, our viewers. Hello, hello out there. Drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. Let me know your town, location if you want to share, and I will personally reach out to you. Laura, you are a founder of White Sand Premier Travel and dedicating promoting self care and personal growth. You're founder of White Sand Self Care um, group. You have your community and also a very amazing superstar, a popular TV show, Mindful Mondays with Laura Cross. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself. What else is this whole image hiding behind it?
Well, kind of what drove me, I guess, and started me down this whole path is I was an Air Force veteran, and my late husband was an Air Force veteran. I lost my husband over 20 years ago. So when he was 36, laughing at lunch, dead by 10 o'clock that night, very unexpected. And it's taken a lot of years since then. That was back in 2004. So it's taken a lot of years to morph. But for one, I just realized it's like life is too precious to spend my time being answering to somebody else. And do I have time off? Do I need time for, do I have time for this? I have always been a very heartfelt and caring person. That didn't necessarily go about it the right way because I was always one of those givers and people pleasers, until it just kind of, runs you into the ground and realize that you need to take better care of yourself if you're going to help take care of anyone else or support other people. You're not your best. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not your best. So that took a lot of years for that realization to come along. I did go into travel first because I've always loved to travel, and traveling on your own is different than traveling with the military. In my first grade, I was in Germany with my father because my father was also Air Force. So I did spend first grade in Germany, Colorado on up. And then I was back in Germany later, been in Iceland. I've been in different places, and I've always loved traveling because I think there's just so much more out there that we can learn, from each other than staying in your own little backyard. And when COVID came along and scared everybody about traveling, I realized the reason I want people to travel is to take better care of themselves. Because I don't care if you're an entrepreneur, blue collar, white collar, whatever you classify you're as, you're in one rat race or another. We stop taking care of ourselves. We stop doing the things we love. And that is just no way to go through life. So I launched into White Sand Self Care.
Yes, thank you. We already have a beautiful audience. We have Gail, we have Cindy. They are tuning in from Fairport, New York, USA, New England area of USA, empowering process. Gail, hello everyone. Thank you for uh, staying here with us in this beautiful show. Thank you for connecting. Thank you. We have Nina as well from Vienna. We are global international. Oh my God.
It's the only way to
Wonderful.
go.
This is how we roll. This is how we roll. I think they really love the uncut version and the raw and the authenticity what we bring to our viewers. How cool is that? How cool is that? A lot of people are very scared to have a live show these days. Most of the shows are recorded. You have to have guts. You have to have guts to really stand out there and get the mistakes and whatever it is. You need to roll. You need to roll the way you flow.
You do, and I will tell you, I do pre-record mine, but I do because I have people all over the world, and I want people to be at their best. I don't want someone to have to get up in the middle of the night, but I do tell them act like it's live because I'm not editing it. I'm gonna sit there and up, so it's kind of the same as being live. It's just pre-recorded because I'm like, it's your true authentic self. Whatever is going to come out is going to come out, and people are either going to resonate with you or not. I just do it for the sake of my sanity. And like yesterday, we had tornadoes and thunderstorms that took out my internet. Last thing I want to do is have my show supposed to be going, but I can't connect. So yeah, that's just too much stress for me.
Yes, I feel you. Well, I hope you're safe and
Oh yeah,
everything is okay in your end. We're sending out, protection to your way.
yeah,
Um, I would like to really dig deep a little bit and be nosy. Is that okay?
absolutely. Go ahead. I have nothing to hide. I'm transparent. You go right ahead. You ask whatever
Uh,
you want.
usually I start slow and then I will dig deep a little bit.
Okay.
But let's talk about your White Sand self care community and Mindful Mondays. What role that community plays in healing growth? What would you can share? What kind of self care is what you're providing for your community?
I've been adding some of my own tips in there, but really I built both of those, the community and the show, to be a place that's judgment free and holistic, that provides resources, education, connection, and collaboration to support others on their journey. I want them to know that they're not alone. There's someone else out there that has gone through something similar. I work really hard not to say I understand because I'm not that person. I'm not in their skin. So I may be able to relate, but I'm not going to sit there and say I understand, and I stay in my lane. So when I have someone that comes to me and maybe they're dealing with some deep rooted trauma or something, I love to be able to have people to say, hey, I think this might be a good fit for you. Let me introduce you. So I love being able to connect people, letting people be themselves. I don't put up with anybody being judgy or rude, which I've never had a problem with people doing that because if it's not for you, that's fine. Turn it off or don't watch or don't be a part of it. But we all have the right to have our own perceptions, and so it's meant to be a judgment free space. I want people to feel safe to share and to connect with others and not feel like they're being judged.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wow. And that's why if you feel and you resonate with everything what has been said here today, feel free to reach out to Laura. Check out her community. Reach out to me. We are here to help you, to serve you, to do as best as we can for you to have a better self care. We have other people on the live chat. We have Christiana, hello there, beautiful soul sisters. Lots of emojis, hearts, sunglasses, uh, angels, a peace sign, and we have empowering process. That is Gail. I'm with you, Laura. I record, but do not edit. Nina Majlik from Vienna. Yes, and then hands up emojis. Thank you. We keep the show alive. We keep the show alive. Would you like to share a little bit of your journey being in Air Force and how that actually worked out for you to become an entrepreneur? Would you like to highlight the transition? What made you the transition?
Well, it was a transition. So it's always a transition because, especially with Air Force, 15 minutes early is on time. Anything else is late. And let me tell you, when you are an entrepreneur and you're working with other people that have their schedules packed back to back, and you're sitting there, you get on meetings, it's like, where are these people? And they like show up they show up like right at the minute, or they're a minute later. And I'm like, I had to go, okay, you know what? It's all right. Life's too short. They're going to get here when they do. And if they don't, you know, I had to let some things go. Let's put it that way. You're very structured. You learn how to be very structured, very organized. And I'm still an organized person, but there is definitely a difference between military life and that. I was offered an early out, so I separated early. So I always used to pick up other jobs wherever we were stationed at. So I've done a number of, different jobs. I think what really launched it, and I've tried side jobs wherever we went to kind of do something from home. But it really wasn't until I lost my husband that's like, no, I need to be able to do stuff to take control of my own life. I want to be able to pick up and go if my friends, my family need me. When you have, after my husband, within 14 months, I had been in 4 different hospitals, 3 funerals. I had had enough. And when you've got people going and saying, I don't know if I should be friends with you. Everyone dies around you. It's like, I'm like, okay, it's just the way life happened. But, when you have stuff back to back, standard is maybe a company you work for, you might have 2 weeks of paid vacation after that. Yeah, you're out. So it becomes, do you, lose money or lose your job, or do you do this? So you don't have that when you're an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, if you don't work, you ain't getting paid. And if you don't put forth effort, you don't get paid, but you're in control. So
Oh, I love to be in control. I love to be in control of my time, of my scheduling. Um, I'm always a early bird. I get up very early every day. But gosh, yeah, I was in corporate as well, and who I wasn't doing well with the rules and the things that you have to follow. I always looked for a little side things how to break the rules.
yeah, yeah. It's like, how can I push this? Yeah, I didn't do that when I was there. I always knew how to, play the game, do what you needed to do, move up the ladder, whether I necessarily agreed with it or not. It's like, okay, whatever. I always knew
Yes,
how to do that. But yeah, it's nothing like being able to take control of your own time and what you're doing. And I wasn't truly happy
priceless.
doing it. I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, it was a means to an end. It wasn't something I think I was meant to do. So
Yes, yes. I would like to dig a little bit your brain about self care, and if our beautiful viewers have any questions, feel free to shoot it out, and I'm going to read it here in a live show. In your experience, Laura, what are the hidden costs of neglecting self care? Mm.
there's a lot of hidden costs. Mostly you're damaging your own mental and physical well-being. You're running yourself in the ground. If you're like I used to be, where I am a very which I've learned from other people now, that I'm sensitive because am more empathic. And so I used to always take on everybody else's stuff. If my friend or something, I took it on. It's like, I got enough of my own to take on, and then comes in the pain or the sicknesses or the illnesses or the discomfort. You're not happy. Um, Sadness. It's just, you're not living you really not don't live to your full potential when you keep letting all of that stuff in. You got to figure out who you are, what you are, set your boundaries, because it can have a really high cost. People get stress is like 99% of it, that causes disease and discomfort or strokes. If you want to shorten your life, that's a good way to do it.
Mm. Yes. A lot of people these days they have this misbelief of, oh, self-care is a luxury, or I'm not worthy enough to take care of my own body. I'm not worthy enough to care for myself, and therefore they have to go through a certain, I would say, tragic health situation or a tragic point in their life till they realize, like, ooh, I could have actually prevent that, or I could have, done this and that. What is your one or three suggestions for people before they hit that dangerous stage?
First of all, I don't recommend tragedy. That would be me. Losing my husband was extremely tragic for me. I felt like my whole world just came to an end. But I always put everybody first. I always, whatever money we had, I spent on them, or, oh, they want this, I did that. I put everyone first. I never bought anything for myself until last. But it wasn't until after he died that I started learning what a massage was or a chiropractor. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can fix things. you
Oh,
know, it was like a whole light. I think a lot of people, what stops them is it has a bad stigmatism that everybody thinks self care is selfish. If you're doing that, oh,
Mm,
how can you do that? You're selfish.
yes.
You know what? For one, who cares what anybody else thinks? I will tell you, I spent way too many years of my life worrying about what everybody else thinks and living up to their expectations. What about living up to your own expectations? You
Yes.
know? So think, if people are that way and are feeling that way, then maybe that's another boundary. You should just create some space because you don't need those kind of people in your space. But we're not talking about, it doesn't necessarily have to be an entire day or whatever. It could just be a few minutes. It could be quiet time and self-care. And I will tell people self-care is different for everybody. It's not always bubble baths and, whatever. For my fiance, it could be out working on the race car or playing drums. For me, I love walking out there and feeding my critters, or I'll work on the cars with them. It's stuff that it's doing something that you love to do. I just recently got back into cross stitching because it's something I used to do all the time. I have a ton of supplies for it, but I haven't done it in years. And all of a sudden, my nieces and my nephews are having babies. And I'm thinking, you know what? I used to always do them a cross stitch, either a baby's blanket, pillow, whatever. I need to do that for their kids now. So now I'm behind. I'm doing my first grandnephew, and she's pregnant with her second, and I have a
Oh,
nephew that's pregnant with another
congratulations.
one. So I have plenty to do, but it's something I enjoy doing. It helps me to unwind. It's something I'm kind of like creating because I like counted. I don't like things that are printed. And it's something that I've accomplished and I've done, but it helps me unwind when I'm done at the end of the day, and it's something I enjoy. And it should be something that you enjoy, you
Yes.
know. And
Yes.
who cares what anybody else thinks? It's how does it make you feel? You know, if
Yes.
you keep letting them worry about what everybody else thinks and you keep letting that pile on you, you're making yourself sick, really.
Yes. 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 I agree. I agree. Who cares what everybody else thinks?
Yes.
You have to, if you're not okay in your body, and if you don't take care of you, then you don't have enough energy, you don't have enough strain to take care of others. We have a couple more comments, beginning with guidance, saying there is no limit to grief. The empowering process saying, when in corporate, I learned to ignore my intuitive wisdom and make it work. Yes. What are some of the cost in your experience of this? That's the
When you do
question.
that, for me, I say you lose who you are.
Yes.
I have, even when I was transitioning or I joined another larger group to help learn how to be a successful business owner and entrepreneur. Yes, I have many marketing companies and stuff, but there's a different way from where network marketing companies teach you to be and how you can be as an entrepreneur. And he was always taught not to reinvent the wheel, right? So you don't reinvent the wheel. You're following that because they've made it. So obviously they know what works. But the problem is that works for them. And so when you start following it, and you can follow and you can do their scripts, you can do what you need to do. But if you're not following your own intuition and being true to yourself, you start to lose who you are.
Mm,
And then you're really not authentic because you're really not being who you were meant to be. So I think there's a price to that. And for me, that's kind of what I learned, is that there was a price to that. When I ditched the whole perfectionism and trying to live up to everybody else's expectations or proving that I do know what I'm doing or talking about, when I ditched it and told people, look, I am perfectly imperfect. You're either going to resonate with me or not. That was like a whole weight lifted. I feel so much more connected and happier doing my show and talking to people because I'm not trying to, I had too many scripts going through my head. Oh, but you're supposed to say it this way, but this is not, but that, you know what? That's not me. And when it's not you, it comes through in your voice, your vibration, you name it, it comes out and it affects you if you don't. So,
exactly. That's a huge price to pay. We have another question for you,
mhm.
dear Laura, from beginning with guidance. What is your favorite self care practice?
Well, I have a couple. I don't know if I can put one over the other one. Of course, one of my happy places is dancing and music. Other ones is being out and just my Orioles are back now. I put the it's time for the Orioles to come in. So I put my oranges and my grape jelly out for the Orioles, but I got the hummingbirds. The hummingbirds are already back. So I go out, I feed my birds, the squirrels, the deer. I'll put the game camera up every now and then, or I just go and sometimes I just sit there and I watch them go, or I just sit there and listen to them. It's very peaceful for me. Since we moved to Missouri, I don't miss chaotic and crazy from Colorado and all the big cities. I got space. It's peaceful and
Oh,
it makes a world of difference.
I know how you feel. Space uh, and beautiful nature for me as well gives me so much space, calmness, uh, and allowing myself to reconnect with the person who I really was, and I just lost it. I used to live in Chicago, Illinois. I used to live in London, chaotic. I am from a big city anyway, from Budapest, and I was born in Nagyvárad, a very beautiful town, but I had access to countryside. And this is how I grow up in a countryside. And when I moved to this big metropolitan city, somehow I get disconnected, and now I am in the beautiful city Aberdeen, Scotland. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I would not change this word for nothing. Peaceful, beautiful nature. You have everything here. Scotland is beautiful anyway. I'm pretty sure you guys all know it has a magical, mystical, a connection here. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
we've had an opportunity, but unfortunately, because of the military and we didn't have the funds to go when we were stationed in Germany, my late husband was half German, half Scottish. His grandma tracked down cousins twice removed because at one point in time, their family owned Island Donan. And so they were having a reunion in Scotland. We were unable to go, but that is on my live list. I do not do bucket lists. It is a live list. It is on
Live
my live
list. Yeah,
list
I
to
love
go out
that.
there. So,
I love
yeah,
that. A live list. Yes.
still on my
Yes.
live list.
Um, a couple more comments coming in. Wow, a couple more, a lot. We have Krista Rose. Hello. She said, love this empowering process. Beautiful glasses. We should put the glasses on. Do you have some glasses on?
I don't have the crazy classes like you guys do. All I got is my Miami Dolphin classes, but
Then Nina, so true. You ladies are amazing. Uh, Begin with guidance. I love cross stitching too. Lots of emojis again. Cindy Eddington. Yes, self care is so important and it's different for everyone. I love that you emphasize that. I'm gonna, jump and give you your time to write your comments and your routine. What is your favorite self care routine? Comment in the chat, in the comments for us, and we will gonna read it out. Um, I have a couple more questions
okay.
before we gonna wrap up. Two more. Let me see. I do prepare a couple of questions, but I think I'm just gonna go with my guts here. Um, What would you whisper that one truth um, for your younger self about how important is self care?
Oh, well, yeah, about self-care. Well, I guess it would still be kind of a self-care mindfulness. The one thing I would whisper to myself is that I am enough and I don't have to prove anything to anyone. That
Mm,
would be my biggest whisper to myself, to my young self, and to not care what anybody else thinks.
exactly. You deserve more. You are enough. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. That is what we need. That is what we need. We need to really allow ourselves to know that, to choose that feeling, to really live and really step into that, image. Wow, I really like that. I have a couple more comments coming in. Um, Everybody's saying yes. I love it. I love it. I love this. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Christiana. Thank you, Gail, Cindy, Nina, uh, Krista Rose. The question is coming. The answers are coming in for our questions. Attending Mrs. Potts with the Diamond Beauties. That is a good one. Yes,
That is.
we all do love that. Yes, Krista. Oh, um, this group, what Sanat, the community, what Sanat created, is such a unique connection, such a safe space for every single beautiful ladies, gentlemen. We have Tanzanite heroes as well to connect in a very deep, soulful level. So I'm so grateful for that. But before we go, would you like to share some TV shows, some events, what's coming up in your corner, Laura? Or would you like to talk about one of your books? You had some collaborations with one of one of the groups. Would you like to share a little bit about that with us?
Oh, I did collaborate in a book a while ago. It's an Achieve Wellness book.
Oh
So it
yeah.
has multiple authors. I am chapter 2, which is self care through tragedy. Again, not the recommended way to learn about self care. But I will tell you a lot of the beautiful ladies that are on here and commenting. Some of them you will already see their episodes on Mindful Mondays. And you can go to my YouTube channel at Mindful Mondays with Laura Cross and see them. And if you don't see them on there, guess what? They're coming up. So they'll be coming up. It's every Monday at 1 o'clock Central Time. If you're East Coast, it's 2 p.m. East Coast time, but they're all there on YouTube. Mindful Mondays launched into its own TV channel on April 1st. So
Woohoo!
on E360 TV, you can just look for the TV channel and catch all the episodes there. You want to watch someone grow? Hey, look at one of my very first episodes compared to where I am now. You should be able to definitely see a difference between from one to another. But um, like I said, they're not edited, so I let people grow with me. You'll see. I get tongue tied. I trip over my tongue, and whatever happens happens. I've had people that say, "Oh shoot, can we cut that out?" I'm like, "Yeah, no." I used to try. Do you know how hard it is to cut out a fraction of a second? I'm like, "Yeah, no. Y'all
No.
need to act like this is live because I'm not editing it."
No, no, no. All the links and all of your connections are actually already been shared. But if would like to add anything to the list, feel free, and then we're gonna drop all the information into the comments so you can really reach out and be part of this amazing TV show. If somebody would like to visit your TV show as a guest, how they can do that? Like if they want to be participating in the show.
Yeah, I have 3 different tier levels, and of course, I'm always open to collaborating. But it's a TV show, and to offset airtime and stuff, there is a cost to it. But other ladies that we have a good fit, I will just swap spots. It is a 56-minute long segment. So, and I've also done it for people that are just near and dear to my heart, but I do have to
Oh.
offset costs. So, but yeah, all they have to do is reach out and connect with me. If they are like-minded, they can relate to what I'm doing, holistic, judgment free. Yeah, I'm open to all of it. It covers everything, business to personal, emotional, spiritual, whatever. Because if you are off in one area, you are off. There is no work is work and home is home. If you've got something really bothering you and not going right here, I don't care how much you think you're compartmentalizing and you're putting on good face. It's coming out in your vibration and your frequency, and it is affecting your other life. It is all it is
It's
all
all
one.
connected. It's
It's
all
all connected.
you have
Yeah,
to have the balance. I agree. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Nina said, "Thank you, ladies. What a wonderful conversation." Uh, Begin with guidance. Actually, is coming in with her answer on how she loves to. do her own self care. She likes to listen to music, dancing, watching birds and nature, and playing and laughing with my children and emojis and hearts. Yes, thank you so much. Uh, Gail is saying, "Oh, Laura, you are a fantastic guest." Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
Before
ladies.
we wrap up, I would like to make one announcement. We are having an amazing in-person event here in Aberdeen, Scotland, May 10, 2025, this year. So literally next week, and we have five beautiful speakers from all over the world coming together in one roof to really, really connect you with your true self, to unlock the blueprint to a limitless life, um, time to thrive. What is that version, what you always dreamed of? It is just one decision away. So check out, we're going to drop the link in the comments. And I'm also giving out all of the beautiful viewers 50% off if they resonate or they want to be present and they want to be in a room with beautiful mentors, teachers, healers. And it's going to be available today only, and it's only for action takers. So the whole day it is open for you to grab your tickets. Thank you so much, Laura, for being on my show. I'm looking forward to another conversation with you. I really had the pleasure and I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you. So did I. And thank you, ladies, for watching. I know many of you,
Yes,
if not all of
yes,
you, or at least we've met. So thank you.
yes. Thank you. See you guys till next time. Bye.
Bye bye.